morning. My name is Cilla, and I'm on a quest to use the supplies that I already own. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the things that I will be working on in October. So let's get into it. The reason I'm on the quest to use a lot of the supplies that I already own is because I have a ton. I have way too much. And I continue to get new products coming into my space. I am part of a low or no spend group. It is called Crafty Low or No Spend Facebook group. And I am part of the low spend side of that. I don't think I could ever commit and keep it and keep my word. And that's because that's important to me, to keep my word. I just don't think that I could ever do a year-long no spend or even several months of no spending. I did it one time. I took an 8-year hiatus, but that was for an entirely different set of circumstances attached to what was going on in my personal life. And my personal life is really good right now. I'm very happy. So learning how to be moderate in my spending, to be selective in what I choose to buy, and purposeful when I look at products, to be mindful about what I actually use so that I'm not just continuously building up an arsenal of products that just sit here and rot. Let's take washi tape, for example. It goes bad. You cannot use it after a certain amount of time. Now, I don't know what that magic number is because I've been very fortunate to have owned washi tape rolls for a few years now, and they still stick. So I just need to be very mindful not to continue to buy things that have a limited shelf life. So for the month of October, I was sitting and thinking, how am I going to stay productive, happy with my scrapbooking, without sacrificing joy? Because I need scrapbooking. It makes me happy. I love to touch paper. I love to just look at paper. It de-stresses me. It's not what I want to do 24 hours out of my day. I don't have that ability to just spend all the time in the world at it. I don't know anyone who does. But when I find pockets of time that I can devote to my hobby, I want it to be well spent. I want that time to count for something. I want to get layouts completed. So a couple of years ago, I had an idea that I just never put into practice. And when I was thinking about October, what am I going to do? How am I going to stay productive? I've gone back to work, so those little pockets of time are limited now. So how can I make the biggest bang for my buck? And that idea came back to me that I had a couple of years ago. Now, this is not an idea that is brand new to me. I'm sure I heard someone say something similar, or I may be 100% taking their idea and running with it. I don't know. I know that in the scrapbooking world, we hear so much information, especially because we are given the privilege of so many talented, creative people putting themselves out there on social media and sharing ideas, their creative ventures, their layouts, their mini albums, whatever. Tag, you name it. Whatever they're putting out there that's creative, we glean bits of information and ideas from those shares. So I don't think there are too many wow 100% original ideas that are just owned by one person. That was a long explanation to say I don't think this is 100% my idea. It's just something that I had back in the back of my mind, and I just didn't 100% run with it. The reason you're sitting here looking at Lovely Moments by Pebbles and the page map sketches from September of 2021 is because I wanted really basic sketches that I can turn, twist, flip, and make base pages. Now, because I know where the base pages idea originated, I have to give credit where credit is due. Janet from RTS, Record the Story, is the first person that I heard talk about base pages in a manner that just absolutely gave me freedom. Because once you put down the bare bones, you still have full license to embellish, to add, to layer your photos. You can still create so much and still have a really dynamic, individual, unique looking layout that is all yours. Even though the bare bones looks uninteresting, drab, and like everyone else's. By the time you put your products down and your ideas about layering and clusters, I promise you it will look individually yours. So that is the idea that I wanted to run with. And I wanted to so I've put blue boxes around the 3 layouts that I felt like I could incorporate into my plan this month. Why did I need these 3 layouts? I wanted layouts that I could use as 6x8. And this is the reason why. This Lovely Moments 6x8 pads. I had 3 of them. See that? 1, 2, 3. I had 3 of those suckers. Plus, I have all of this paper, the 12x12. And I have embellishment, stickers, and what have you. So, I didn't want to kill this kit, but I certainly wanted to make a good headway into it. So, I used one 6x8 pad. As you can see, this is just the cover. I've already torn it apart and started making layouts. And we're going to start talking about this layout here. 1. It took me about 30 minutes to cut apart what I did cut. These strips are from my scraps. And I love that first layout because you get a mat. And that is 4 pieces of cardstock out of my stash right away. Plus 4 pieces of white cardstock immediately. I love that. I was able to use the 6x8 pieces in whole and cut down another 6x8 piece, plus use scraps. So this is the first iteration. Then I twisted it and flipped. This is the second iteration. Nothing is adhered. Then here's the third twist. And the fourth twist. And as you can see, as the bare bones, you can layer any way you want to. This is your layout. Now we're going to talk about the second. So that's 4 layouts. The second is there. Let's move that out of the way. This is the first. I flipped it. Twist. And twist. And remember, all of these strips are just from scraps. Now we're working with the third layout, third sketch. It is an L design, and this is just the bare bones. To make it look more like this will require some layering, and I'll show you what I'm going to do later on after we get finished with these layouts. So I've twisted it, turned it again, one more time, and this is the last turn. Now, as I'm stacking these back up, we're going to talk. In that pad, there are two cut apart sheets, and there are 2 papers of tags. And on the tag papers, they also have these little word banners. And this one's sliding around, but we can just bring it right back. And see how simple these layouts are going to be? I love that. So I cut apart one of those sheets of cut aparts and the tags so that I would have a start for embellishments. I also have a sticker book, a 6x12 sticker sheet, and a pack of ephemera from Lovely Moments to play with. And this pile here, this is all the scraps I have. That's it. That's my scraps. I love that. What do I have left of the 6x8 pad? Well, I will show you. I have the cover. I have another cut apart sheet, another tag sheet. These are the scraps left over from what I've cut into, and I've got 8 more 6x8 pages. All of this can be used to layer and make cluster bases for these layouts. I also have, as I mentioned, what came with a collection. And I'm sorry I'm blinding you with the glare. So there's my ephemera, sticker sheet, and sticker book. I have plenty to play with to make these layouts sing. Right now, I'm sitting with 12 base pages. Janet calls this batch scrapbooking. I call this, I don't have a lot of time and I want a scrapbook, so I need to do something in a hurry to get me ahead. It's much easier to say batch scrapbooking. But next month is Load Layout a Day from the Scrap Happy membership. And although I don't think I can do all 31 days, I do want to play along. So I'm going to, kind of keep on top of the load prompts and the layouts that inspire me, or the prompts that inspire me. I want to be able to do a layout, and I have 12 sitting here waiting. All they need are photos, embellishments, and I can do that. I can do that easily. I'm excited about this. I may use this more in the future when I want to play along with a challenge or an event, because time is precious. And with the time that I have, I still want to scrapbook. I still want to be producing pages and layouts that I'm happy with. This will help me do that. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope this idea is inspiring to you as well. I My whole goal of sharing this was just to show how easy and simple it is to get a head start. Thank you for joining me and for watching my videos. I hope to talk to you soon. Let's come back and see what we get done with these. Goodbye.